This is News 8 This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. We appreciate you being with us here at 6 a.m. bright and early. Actually, still pretty dark and early, right, Netta?
Yeah, the sun not quite out yet, but it's getting here. And you know what? The rain that we thought we were going to get, what a bust, right? I mean, I think it's a good thing, right? Unless you wanted really strong rain coming our way. But downtown San Diego, it's all calm. It's all mild. We barely have, any issues this morning as far as drops are concerned. A little bit of breakup in the cloud coverage. So, I mean, it's looking really nice across San Diego. I can see why LA people always want to come here, because look where the rain is. They're literally hogging it all. That's what the Weather Service has said. And this line of moisture is going right into the heart of LA, East LA. Look at that. I mean, there is a lot of rain. Agoura Hills, all the way up north as well, into the Grapevine. They just closed the Grapevine because of the snow. So where is it for us in San Diego? Was supposed to be here. Well, we thought all of that moisture was going to stall over San Diego, and as you see right now, not at all happening. So it has stalled just to the north, and it looks like our day will be a lot milder than initially forecast, which also usually means our roads should be a lot smoother as well. So far, it's looking great. No major slowdowns on any of our major freeways. Turning to our top story now this morning, all 4 victims of that plane crash in El Cajon have now been identified.
The 2 pilots and 2 nurses worked for an air ambulance company. News 8's Dana Marie McNichol is live near the scene of Monday's crash with how they're being remembered. Hi, Dana Marie.
Hi, Evan. Well, friends and family tell us that they were compassionate. They loved their job. They were good at their job, best of the best. We did hear from some of those friends and family, and also we're seeing a memorial forming right behind me with beautiful flowers. It also looks like family members of the victims placed photos and messages in remembrance of them.
Very conscientious and with her patients, took very good care of people, was get along with everybody, always smiling and respectful.
Now, those are words for Nurse Tina Ward. She is just one of those 4 people, the crew, seen here in a selfie that was taken just hours before the plane went down. Another fellow nurse, Lori Gentz, in that photo is behind her, and the 2 males on board, Julian Bagage and Douglas Grande. Now, they were returning from a flight taking a medical patient to Orange County. Tina's husband, a retired Oceanside Fire Chief, Joe Ward, sent us photos of his family, calling his wife, Tina, the glue that held their family together. She loved her job so much, he says, and their daughters are following in her footsteps, 2 becoming nurses and a 3rd a doctor. Lori is being remembered as a really intelligent woman. She set the bar high and expected others to do the same. She recently had hand surgery and could not wait to get back to work. We are still learning more about the 2 men on board, 67-year-old Julian Bagage and 45-year-old Douglas Grande. What I do see from this memorial today is Douglas's family did send and put a photo out here. It looks like he has 2 beautiful daughters, and so that is here in remembrance of him. Now, the Aero Medevac, the company that the 4 work for, did post in a statement on social media saying that the loss of our friends has left an undescribable void. The both of us and their families are, to them, they are unsung heroes dedicating their lives to caring for others here in our community. Of course, they will be incredibly missed. One thing to note here is that the road is open in El Cajon, that the crash site around this area, but we are talking to crews here just arriving on scene, telling me that AT&T and SDG&E are here. They say houses across the street from me right now are actually out of power, so they're going to be doing some work around this area to make sure that power is restored. They will be eliminating some of the lanes here, so traffic will be moving a little bit slower coming around the 7 and 8 o'clock hour and into the afternoon as they continue to make their updates. Now, in terms of the investigation, officials do tell us that it could be months before they really get details of exactly what happened here in El Cajon. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Dana Marie, thank you for that. Well, San Diego County has recorded its first flu death of this season. Health officials say a 42-year-old man with underlying medical conditions died from the flu. He had not received a flu shot. December is often when flu season starts to peak, typically lasting 2 to 3 months. So far, the county has reported a little over 1,000 flu cases, and compare that to just 54 the same time last year. Let's talk about the new cases of COVID-19. They have now reached their highest levels across the U.S., now at more than 265,000 new cases every day. Federal health officials expect hospitalizations and deaths to go up in the next few weeks. Here in San Diego, health officials are also reporting a major jump in cases. You see it on your screen right there, 3,653 cases reported yesterday. That's nearly 1,400 more than the previous day. There were also an additional 11 deaths. That total is now 4,461.
And there is still no agreement this morning between Republic Services and sanitation workers who are on strike. Some residents have been dumping trash themselves at local landfills. An apartment complex in Serra Mesa hired landscapers to remove their trash yesterday. More than 250 sanitation workers have been on that picket line since December 17th, demanding better pay and safer work conditions. The union says even though it's an inconvenience, most people support them.
They are upset, but when we talk to them, they always tell us that, you know, hey, we wish you good luck, and we wish you that you get what you guys, you know, are entitled to. So we are getting a lot of support. And yes, you know, there is a few that don't agree with what we're doing, but I think that that's a minority.
Negotiations are set to resume today at 8 a.m. We, of course, will keep you updated here and on CBS8.com. Caltrans is asking people not to travel to the Sierra Nevada until weather conditions improve. They've closed 45 state highways since Christmas Eve due to record snowfall. The two main highways into Lake Tahoe, Interstate 80 and Highway 50, are now back open, but Caltrans says chains are required and roads are covered in ice and snow, leading to many delays. So a good idea to take some caution out there. And there is still snow in our local mountains. Here is a live look from Laguna Mountain Lodge. Still some snow flurries out there, at least blowing around in the wind. I guess some of that snow is still a little light and fluffy out there, enough to blow around in that wind.
Yeah, you know, we thought we'd be getting rain, obviously, across San Diego, and on top of this snow, not happening. So a lot of this, you know, just showing it's kind of breezy up there. And we do have, obviously, snow across the treetops, and some of that is swirling around. I'm not seeing actual precipitation coming out of the clouds at this hour, not there. All of that is to the north. I mean, it's literally just stuck north of us, San Clemente, Orange County, excuse me. So not quite getting to San Diego. Let's show you our view from Mount Soledad. I mean, quite a different scene, right? This is showing really beautiful conditions, really calm and mild to start things off. So from La Jolla all the way to downtown, you can see, and then there's the hills of Tijuana. We do have a little bit of cloud coverage, which is actually good for us because that's why we're not as cold this morning as we were, say, yesterday at this time. So the moisture, wondering where's the rain? Well, it is literally stuck to the north. It has stalled over LA County. You see it going through Bakersfield. In fact, right now, the Grapevine has just now been blocked off. They closed it off because of the snow and the ice that's coming right across the 5. So if you were planning to go north, this is not going to be a fun drive. This really scene has not changed for hours now. So they have been getting nonstop heavy rainfall. Imagine trying to sleep through that. It's very tough. For San Diego, we thought that system would be on us, but it obviously is not happening. As you see, very clear conditions. Our conditions now so calm that the flood watch we had, that got expired early by the Weather Service. Our winter weather advisory also expired. There's watches, warnings, advisories all to the north of us where the moisture is. So the area of low pressure is just off the coast. So it's hovering there, and it's going to move a little, but that's just going to sweep in moisture to the south of us. So it's really interesting. San Diego is literally like this charmed spot where we're not going to see these major issues. I mean, literally to the north, to the south, we might get a little bit of scattered activity this afternoon, but as you see, it's pretty light in nature. So, you know, it's not going to be that rainfall that we expected for sure, and we could still get maybe 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch out of that system. So, you know, not a heavy rainmaker, obviously, for us, but it is to the north. Now, taking a look at your next few days, I know a lot of people people are wondering about New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Here's how you can plan accordingly. It's going to be nice. I mean, we're looking at sunshine, low 60s as we bring in 2022. So there you go. Now I want to show you what's going on with traffic, and this will be very quick because as you see across our roads, it's like no one is driving this morning. Across North County, very calm on the 5, the 15, 805 coming through the South Bay. No issues. Even the road weather index not showing any green, which means that the roads are kind of drying out this morning.